So what are esports? Electronic sports originated in 1980 in the form of arcade video gaming. Who can get the highest score? Over the years, as the internet grew, so did gaming, until competitive teams were formed and began playing globally against other countries. Once again, competition. These teams are now sponsored by companies and endorsements. And just like regular sports, they have staff, trainers, coaches, scheduling coordinators, and team owners. So why is the study of strategies important in League of Legends? Well, League of Legends is a real-time strategy game. Perception, awareness, decision making, and tactics are all important to the nature of the game, which is beating your opponent in a fast-paced combat arena style game. Just like any other sport, developing strategy and game planning are key to effective performances and increase your chances of winning. And the systematic analysis of strategy and tactic recognition is underrepresented in academia.
Welcome to League of Legends, a real-time strategy combat game where 5 players team up and choose their own virtual champions to control in an arena known as the Summoner's Rift. The objective? To systematically take down the enemy's resistance and destroy the enemy's core structure, the Nexus. Sounds simple? Not quite. This Nexus is protected by layers of powerful structures, minions, and 5 players on the enemy team with the exact same goal: to destroy your Nexus. After years of professional play, optimal strategies have been refined and adopted. From the 3 core paths connecting each team's base, players split up into a 1-1-2 formation, with their final member patrolling the jungle to apply or relieve pressure across the map wherever he is needed. Teams battle it out, defending and attacking each other's structures until one team's Nexus finally falls. Welcome to League of Legends.
Moving on to the approach, I analyzed 20 YouTube videos ranging from professional players to diamond ranked players, and this range incorporates the top 4 ranks in the game. Pro League of Legends players are technically challenger players. To go pro, one is normally required to be in the top 50 challenger for a long time. For my design, I used the 4 levels of war, which is also used by the military, as a base for my taxonomies. So the tactical, operational, strategic, which I refer to as logistic in my paper, and the political levels of war. For the procedure and scoring, I used content analysis. I then analyzed these games for strategies and tactics based on the 4 levels of war. Then I used Cohen's Kappa to assess the reliability of my scoring. For the results, I found that initiating combat, using champion ultimates offensively, and flash were the 3 most scored categories. Although ultimates could be used defensively, offensive ultimates were used a lot more. Flash was used offensively just as much as it was used defensively. Teleport was the 2nd most used summoner spell. Retreating might not have happened as many times as initiations, but they were present throughout the whole game. Non-professional games, so lower ranked ladder games, used a broader champion pool. There were also more marksman champions selected, 3 a game, than any other champion archetype in 7 out of 20 games. Wave stacking usually continued into late game, and a lot more emotes were used in lower ranked games. So what other connections does my work have? In the paper, What Contributes to Success in MOBA Games, they use the mood method to show that teams with more kills by 1 player, multiple players, and fights initiated show that they have a higher chance of winning. My work supports this finding because my research shows that initiating fights are one of the most common forms of tactical warfare in League of Legends, and playing aggressively leads to making plays, which then leads to obtaining kills. In the paper Visual Analytics from Team Performance in Online Gaming, they state that the ADC role along with the middle role received the most assists from their teammates. This aligns with my studies because my research has shown that ADC champions were the most selected champion archetype because of their lethality. This translates to them racking up assists in battle because they can do a lot of damage to champions fast. So what have I concluded from this research? League of Legends is an offensive-oriented real-time strategy game that is almost reliant on playmaking ability when the higher ranks are reached. The strategies observed suited a more aggressive style of play while also showing how important it is to make the right decisions in-game to mitigate your opponent's advantage margin. All 4 levels of war were witnessed, but none more than the tactical level of war. Summoner spells and other tactical strategies were used as playmaking potential. Professional players were more prone to using the same small pool of champions versus lower ranked players who were more diverse in their champion selection. Marksman champions seem to be the most popular because of their lethality and their ability to take over the game.